Welcome to this lesson on calculus. Today, we are going to complete our set of trigonometric derivatives. You likely already know the derivatives of sine and cosine, but what about the other three? Tangent, cotangent, secant, and cosecant. In this video, we will specifically focus on deriving and understanding the derivatives for cotangent, secant, and cosecant. By the end, you will have the complete toolkit for differentiating trig functions. Before we begin, let's quickly check our toolkit. You should already be comfortable with two things. First, the basic derivatives. The derivative of sine of x is cosine of x, and the derivative of cosine of x is negative sine of x second. You need the quotient rule. Remember, if you have a function u divided by v, the derivative is u prime v minus u v prime, all divided by v squared. We will use this rule extensively today. Let's start with the cotangent of x to find its derivative. We don't need a new magic formula. We just need to rewrite it. We know from trigonometry that cotangent is cosine of x divided by sine of x. This is a perfect candidate for the quotient rule. Here, our top function, u, is cosine, and our bottom function, v, is sine. Their derivatives are negative sine and cosine, respectively. Now, let's plug those parts into the quotient rule formula. We get negative sine squared minus cosine squared in the numerator, all over sine squared. Notice that if we factor out a negative one on top, we get sine squared plus cosine squared inside the parenthesis. That's the Pythagorean identity, which equals 1. So, we are left with negative 1 over sine squared x. Since 1 over sine is cosecant, our final result is negative cosecant squared x. Next up is the secant of x. We can rewrite secant as 1 over cosine of x. You could use the quotient rule here, but it is often faster to think of this as cosine of x to the power of negative 1 and use the chain rule. Our outer function is the power of negative 1, and our inner function is cosine. Applying the chain rule, we bring down the negative 1, leave the inside alone, and subtract 1 from the exponent, giving us negative cosine to the negative 2. Then we multiply by the derivative of the inside, which is negative sine. The negatives cancel out. We can rewrite this fraction as sine over cosine squared. To make it look standard, we split it into 1 over cosine times sine over cosine. This gives us the famous result, secant x times tangent x. Finally, let's look at cosecant x. The logic is identical to secant. We rewrite cosecant as 1 over sine of x, or sine of x to the power of negative 1. We will use the chain rule exactly as we did before. Using the chain rule again, bring down the negative, subtract 1 from the power, and multiply by the derivative of sine, which is cosine. This gives us negative cosine over sine squared. We split the fraction just like before, negative 1 over sine times cosine over sine. This simplifies to negative cosecant x times cotangent x. Memorizing these can be tricky, but there is a powerful pattern. Look at the functions on the left and right. Notice the group on the right, cosine, cotangent, cosecant. They all start with co. And look at their derivatives, they are all negative. If the function starts with co, its derivative is negative. This simple rule will save you from many sign errors on exams. Here is the summary of what we derived today. The derivative of cotangent x is negative cosecant squared x. The derivative of secant x is secant x tangent x, and the derivative of cosecant x is negative cosecant x, cotangent x. Pause the video here if you need to copy these down. Thanks for watching, and good luck with your calculus studies.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.